Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to my shop. We're here for another rebuild tonight, and today we're going to work on the Mustang Fastback that we picked up. Now, this car is actually in relatively good condition if you check it out. I mean, I'm not sure whether we got this from a barn find or the junkyard, but I have a feeling we might have got it as a barn find, because the body on it is looking relatively good. You can see, if we check it out, the condition's even not that bad off. Global body conditions at 67%. Frame conditions at 73%, so I have a feeling this might have been one we actually found in a barn as opposed to something that was sitting in the junkyard, because the junkyard stuff just pretty much always seems to come in as just a big rusted heap. So there might be a little bit less to fix on this one, but we still have to tear the whole thing apart and ultimately do the repairs and stuff. And you can see they made a little bit of an update to the displays in the game too, so they actually have more information displayed here on the global body. So they have, let's see, the global condition. So now they're actually showing the frame condition and the interior condition, rather than just showing it as like the global body condition. Hello to everyone who's here already in the chat. Thanks again for everyone who came early and had a chance to kind of chat a little bit before we started the stream. And thanks very much, Randall D. Collins. This game's a really chill game. I like to just hang out and kind of work on the cars, and I get a chance to interact with all of you in the chat. So we have about 2 hours tonight. Usually I stream from 10 p.m. Eastern time until midnight Eastern time. So I'm not going to be in like in a crazy rush to get this done, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't take a full 2 hours if we just push through this as fast as we could. But what we'll do is we'll build the car out, get it all painted up nice and shiny, and then we'll take it out to the track and go for a spin. What I'd like to do before we start, though, is we'll take a quick trip over to the junkyard and see if we can find another hidden gem that we might be able to work on at a later time. 500, that's new. $500 to go to the junkyard now. They're just looking for ways to deplete our cash supply, I think, because it seems like everyone's got a lot of cash ultimately in this game. What's my dream car? I don't know if I necessarily have a dream car, but I'd love to have. I don't know what it is, but there's something about the 1950s Corvette that I really like. And somebody actually asked me about that before. I mean, if I was gonna have like a sports car or something, like an Audi or something would be kind of cool, but I think it would just be neat to have like an old 1950s Corvette. I don't think they handle very well, and apparently they ride terribly. But I always thought they looked cool, and I don't know why that is. Even when I was a little kid, I used to have like this little Matchbox car or whatever that was a 1950s Corvette, and that one was my favorite. Kind of cool though. Please say Hadoken. What's Hadoken? Oh yeah, I want to get a rotary car. That'd be kind of cool. RX-3's rotary also. Okay. So I do have the Mazda DLC, but I really haven't seen too many of them. Oh, look at that. There's another. But should we take this one that's in worse condition and fix it, or should we fix the one that we have, I wonder? Yeah, this one's in significantly worse condition. I kind of want to take the one that's in worse shape. make a more dramatic transformation out of it. I'm going to send this to the garage. And maybe we'll work on the one that's in worse condition. I feel like just taking something that's like a horrible rusted heap is just better. I don't know why. Bolt Hellcat. I think I already have one of those, so I'm not gonna take that one. So all in all, it looks like this quick little trip to the junkyard didn't really net us a lot. We ended up with the same car that we already have in the shop that we were gonna work on, but now we have one that's super rusty. Hi, Stuff and More Stuff. How are you? Oh, there's another 1950s pickup. We just finished one of those in the last. I think I did that on stream, or did I do a video? I can't remember now. Yep, engine's about in the same condition as the one we had too. Alright, so no, I don't see any Mazdas here, so I guess we'll just skip back. I do kind of want to work on a rotary engine, just to kind of see what it's like when we pull it apart. But not today, apparently. No luck today. I do have a lot of barns I could still go and check out. I should probably do that at some point too. Maybe as we get toward the end of the stream, if we have a little bit of extra time, we might go out and hit up a couple barns and see if we can find something there too. Read them both and name them Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know if we have enough time into it. Oh, see, no, that's going to feel much more rewarding when we turn that thing into something reasonable. Because this one is in oddly good shape. Like I said, I must have found it in a barn instead of... send that over to Lift 3. I must have found this one in a barn instead of in the actual junkyard. Because when they come from the junkyard, they're in so much better condition. The paint on this one is awful, though. That horrible green color. Good. Power's finally back. That's good. Are you in Florida, Stuff and More Stuff? That 500 is probably going to stop people spamming the junkyard and they find exactly the thing they want. And maybe, but I wonder if they altered the... I wonder if they altered the repair rate and like what you can sell the stuff for, because it used to be you could go into the junkyard and just raid the parts piles and come back to your shop and sell it all and make a bunch of extra money. So you could just go back and forth over and over again and just churn up a ton of cash that way, which I might actually need to do a little bit of. We're down to $188,000. I was up like $400,000 at one point. He's a good one for parts. That's actually not a bad idea. We might be able to take some of that. That'd be kind of cool. But that'd be a little weird. I mean, let's take apart the one that's in nicer shape and use it to build up the one that's in horrible shape. I don't think people normally do that so much. Nevertheless, let's get this one all ripped apart. We'll take off everything we can. We'll strip it right down to nothing. I think we'll just take everything off of it first, and then we'll fix up the body with the welder. There's not really much to take off this thing. We'll haul the engine out. We'll get the engine all put back together, but we'll strip this thing right down to nothing before we get to that point. I don't have to do much with the interior because it's already taken care of. Well, welcome to the stream, Caleb. I'm glad you're able to make it. You're down in Florida. We just went through, yeah. That would be, that hurricane did not look like fun. I don't envy you at all. You know, it's funny, at times when, like, it's, like, super cold and stuff here, because I live in Canada. At times in the winter when it's super cold here, I'm always thinking, man, I should really live in, like, Florida or something. When a hurricane comes through, that's when I'm thinking, man, I really like Canada. We just don't get hurricanes here. Actually, where I am, we don't get earthquakes, we don't get tornadoes. We don't get much of anything. I don't think this even had a battery I could throw on the charger. Oh no, I do actually. Look at that. Get this out of here. We'll get this brake servo out. I think that's. Oh wait, the radiator too. So once we get the radiator out, that's pretty much everything in the engine compartment we can grab until we disconnect our gearbox. Canada for the win, yeah. Most of the time not, but you know sometimes I feel like yes. Down in Florida, just went through a terrible hurricane called Irma. Yep, I heard of this Irma thing. Surprisingly, it was on the news. It's kind of a lot. Earthquakes. Little, you could probably Pro Touring Pseudo Stang. I wonder if we could put like a supercharged engine in it. I'm really curious to see whether the car will let you put in a different engine. And I kind of want to try it out. Like if we could take this thing and put like a supercharged engine in it, we wouldn't be able to put the hood back on, I don't think. We got like a Mustang with a big supercharger on it. That would be sick. But I just don't know whether it'll let you just plunk in any engine you want to. I suppose if it doesn't, there's an engine over here that's in relatively good shape, although no. Well, I mean relatively in the sense that it has more parts than the one I have right now, but I kind of feel like trying that. I should maybe experiment on a video or something, and when I'm not sitting on a stream, and see if you can actually plunk in a different engine. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Well, it's not even that they think that we're in Canada, we don't have news. It's just that, I don't know. Maybe it's because they think we live in igloos. Nothing wrong with November. Who needs hoods? That's right. Psst, aerodynamics. Who cares about aerodynamics? As long as it looks boss. Let's get the, whoops. Oh. I misclicked all the way through the car. There we go. Get this thing out of here. We don't need no stinking hood. It'll be a chill stream tonight. Sometimes when I'm playing games, I have to focus so much on the game, it's really hard to pay attention to the chat. And the nice thing about playing this game is I can kind of focus on the chat a little bit. Which is cool. I can't promise I'll catch every comment, but at least I'll get a chance to see more of them. November's when it starts. Yeah, it depends where you are, really. I used to live out in Manitoba, and by the time I got to, like, October, it was already well below zero. Not super fun. Alright, so I have the engine all apart, and I probably shouldn't have clicked out of there. There. Forward exhaust out of here. Let's go to the back end of the car. We'll get the whole back end ripped out of this thing. Good times. Yeah, I like Ontario. I have no, you know what? I really have no complaints about where I live. I'm not a fan of the winter, and for that probably BC would be better. But they also have to put up with a lot more rain than I do. So I guess, you know, it's all a give and take. Doesn't really seem to be any such thing as like the pure ideal place, because you're either dealing with, you know, super terrible storms and weather like that, or you're or you're dealing with changing climate conditions and stuff. Like for here, we get hot summers and cold, damp winters. It's not so great. 2 months and a week of summer, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Actually, this summer was really cool. Like, it was kind of a weird summer in Ontario this year. Normally, it gets hot. We get a little more heat. Kind of that the really hot, humid weather too. Well, I'm actually just about an hour outside of Toronto, so I know that wonderful Toronto weather. Straight November to May. I kind of, I feel like when I was a kid, and maybe it's like one of those, back in my day, we didn't have these balmy winters. We had 6 feet of snow, the car was buried, and the dog was frozen in the backyard. That's the way it was, we liked it. Just remember being a kid and having like these huge snowfalls and stuff and playing in snowbanks and hauling them all out to make super dangerous snow forts that could have collapsed on us at any time, but fortunately didn't. Now in the wintertime, the only place you find a snowbank half the time is outside of the hockey rink. Well, actually, the last couple weeks of August were cold. All right, we have the whole back end of the car ripped off, all the muffler and everything gone. We'll have this thing down to just the chassis in no time. Hi, Dead Freak Show 509. Please don't spam. Playing a chill game today. You don't need to do anything crazy to be seen in the chat. Yeah, I absolutely had that. I had to walk to school in the snow, uphill both ways. Terrible. They had it so bad. But it's funny. I find myself doing that myself now. Oh, you kids have it easy. All these interwebs. No commercials on the teletube. Less debate to me is the Great Plains because no severe storms, less drought, thanks global warming. Don't you have tornadoes and stuff though, or twisters or what have you? Like I said, I used to live out in Manitoba and it was all flat out there, but the one thing we'd have is like super cold winters because it was so flat. You get like this intense winds and stuff that would just freeze everything. Good old winter peg. Welcome to the live stream. Is that Kaido stuff? Kaido's stuff? Something like that? Impressions are the best. Yeah. I used to like doing a lot of random stuff. I don't do it as much anymore, though. Oh, yeah, it was regularly -40. It was crazy. We'd listen to the radio in the morning. So my dad had a farm actually out in Manitoba, and I went. We used to go out there and visit him. Sometimes we'd go with like March break kind of thing. Sometimes in the summers or what have you. But if we were ever out there when it was cold, you'd have to like listen to the radio in the morning to find out how cold it was outside, so we could see how long we could have exposed skin before it froze. So it'd be like -45 and like super windy. The radio would be saying stuff like, hey, you can be outside with your skin exposed for 30 seconds before it freezes, which, it just feels awesome. An old Canadian impression? Hey, I don't know if we have like an old Canadian, eh? We have like the Bob and Doug McKenzie type of Canadian. They're super good, eh? That's about it, eh? Out back like riding the moose, eh? As we were like herding all these beavers, because that's what we do. And I had my beer in one hand and my maple syrup in the other, eh? Okay, let's get the cross member out, and then we're ready to rip out what's left of the engine, which is pretty much just the block by the looks of it. Well, there's a couple of things out here. We've got our power steering pump, we've got a water pump, a couple pulleys. Hopefully we can fix some of those. Not a lot of money savings there. It looks like all the pistons are gone, naturally. So are all the bearing caps. So we'll get that ripped out. We finally got this thing all stripped down. I'm going to use the welder on it and fix up the body, and we'll see what this wonderful green color really looks like. Yeah, -45. It's it's bad when the temperature's so cold outside that it's the same temperature in Fahrenheit. That's when it really stinks. I forgot to bring my little engine crane over here. Give me the crane.
Hey, Chris, let's get this engine out of this here car. That's nice.
Okay. There's not much left of this thing. Let's get it welded up. Hopefully it's still... I wonder if they changed the price on this too. Is it still $1,000? Yep, still $1,000 to weld my own car. Oh, look at that wonderful green color. Snazzy. I like the logo they put on this thing. That's cool. Oh, I missed a fender. Huh. Now we got it. Okay, so she's all stripped apart. Let's go see what we can fix of this thing. Actually, do I even have the... I wonder if I have the engine block out right now. I don't know that I do. It's going to be a lot of clicking and a lot of dinging. I need to level up a little bit. Yeah, I used to live in Edmonton, out in Alberta, so I'm definitely familiar with the gold. Oh, this is all different. It actually makes, like, noises and stuff, like, instead of just that dinging noise. There's been a couple updates that came out recently. I didn't pay really attention to what was in them. I should probably go check the change logs. Logo looks like the Opal's logo. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Opal, because I'm not a supercar genius dude. But it does look neat. Yeah, the car's naked. Oh, we gotta put a cover over it. Man, now I'm gonna get demonetized because I got a naked car on my stream. Oh, man. We got DCMI takedown notice for naked cars. It's bad. Nope. Can't get the crankshaft out of there. Duh. Get our timing cover. Oh, wow, there's actually a few things on here that's left. I got kind of used to getting cars that had nothing left but the block. I'm almost spoiled. Farther, Daddy? Wah? No. I really should pay attention to this the chat that's being moderated instead of the one that pops up in my overlay. Talking about tornadoes, what's with all the tornadoes in Ontario this year? I don't know. I wonder if it's maybe just because of change in the slipstream. I mean, it has been a cold summer. A little bit of odd weather that way. I mean, cold on a relative basis. Not like people imagine winter or summer is cold in Canada, but. Yes, I should. The trouble is the overlay doesn't edit it, and I really wish it did. So, like, when you delete a comment there, I really wish it would actually just pull it out of my Restream overlay. I should maybe send some feedback to Restream about that. That would be nice. Okay, let's get our block back on here. Did I fix it? Ooh, I did. Look at that. All shiny and new. Oh, you know what? I meant to try and see whether I could paint these things. I keep forgetting that. This is sort of maybe a little bit of a sidestep thing. I wouldn't normally do this, but I want to go and check and see whether we can paint any of the engine parts. I feel like paint parts. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we can paint individual body parts by the looks of it. What about engine pieces? People are always telling me in the comments that we can change the color of the engine pieces, but there's no option to paint them in here. So it's not that. Unless there's an option actually on the piece itself that lets you change the color, but I don't recall seeing anything. Looks like we fixed... No, these must have been just left over. I wonder if we'll be able to make use of these, some of these headpieces and stuff. Oklahoma plates. I don't remember taking those off. Where's my block? Man, I think I forgot to sell all my junk. Couple tornadoes in Quebec too. Could it be in that locked command? No, because the top one was actually for painting the car itself, but there's no car in there, so there's no car to paint it on. Well, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that was for the car, not for the individual parts. My dad had the full intact motor. Yeah, so that's painting the full car, and this one's for just painting the parts. No, I mean, that doesn't seem to give you an option when you have the car in there, but I can check, I guess. We shall see. I don't know. A few people lately have been leaving some comments on the video saying you could do it. And I thought it'd be kind of neat if you could. Oh, I didn't fix the power steering pump. That stinks. She hit me like a hurricane. Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. Let's get an alternator. We're gonna need power steering pump since I couldn't fix that thing up. I wasn't paying attention to which one it was. I feel like it's probably the V8. Yeah, V8. I'll get the ignition coil and fuel filter while we're in here, too. Get some of these fancy free-floating parts that just hang in midair, because, you know, that's cool. We're going to need a distributor, so I might as well grab that. We're going to need a rotor for that. We'll probably need ignition wires V8, but I'm going to wait until we get there just in case. I don't think this has the overhead valve, but we'll see. Yeah, as long as they keep the ice storms away from Alberta. The ice. The ice, not the ice. What else was I going to grab? Oh, the fuel filter. Oh, and I'm going to need a fuel pump, because I didn't get that. Probably a fuel tank, because those pretty much never get repaired. Did you notice that when you had the menu up, the pump the white square for the color? Really? Hold on. Was it like just in my inventory, you mean? Or was it when I was putting the piece on? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait a minute. How do you change the color, though? As soon as I clicked on it, it like went to put the piece on. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be an option to change the color there, unless there's something that I can do in... see, again, it's got the color there automatically. I don't know. Maybe if it's in my inventory I can change it, but I haven't seen the option to do it. All these wonderful random brands that mean nothing. 2 crankshafts we have. That's sweet. Okay, we're gonna need a whole bunch of pistons. We're gonna need bearing caps. I don't imagine I have any of these. No. Not so much. I don't even think I have bushings. I have to restock on bushings. I'm gonna use a lot of those. Above condition where you put the parts back together, it says color. It kind of looks almost like it, but it seems more like it's just telling you as opposed to giving you an option to change it because I couldn't click on it. Pistons. 8 pistons. With 8 piston rings. Whoops. We're going to need rod caps. So we'll grab 8 of these while we're in here. I kind of wish you could just type in the number. We're going to need bearing caps. Probably 3 of these. Could unlock it with higher levels? That's possible. I'm still not max level. I think I'm only level 30. Yeah, I'm level 30. There's a couple things in here that you can still get later. Oh, you know, maybe this is it. No, that's just lucky one. That's not it. I don't know. It's entirely possible, I guess. I should really spend some more time and do some more leveling. Cheaper trips to the junkyard and barns. So instead of $500, they only charge you $250. Great. I don't know. There's one more level of repairing there that I should really get, so they can actually fix things a little bit more consistently. I'm still only at like 95%.
It's not perfect, Chris.
Has the game added performance upgrades yet, such as turbo, supercharge, weight reduction? No, not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, there seems to be like superchargers and stuff in the game, unless I've just been seeing some modded ones. But I do have a supercharged Corvette in the garage. But they don't really seem to have like just the normal performance upgrades now. It's supposed to have like I guess it's supposed to end up with like premium parts and that kind of stuff too. I'm not sure what difference ultimately it will make because you don't have anyone to race against. I mean, so you supercharge it all and you get a really cool looking car, but do all kinds of weight reductions and things. But again, you can't really race. They have a racetrack with nobody on it. It's just you. Drive around in circles. 500 would be the way to force you to work instead of just restore cars for your collection. Maybe, but I guess. But I mean, if you were restoring cars for your collection, it would only really take selling 1 or 2 of them to get your money to do another half dozen. I probably should consider selling something soon. Well, thank you for snoring on my stream there, stuff and more stuff. It's always appreciated. Multiplayer, that would be interesting. I kind of wish, like I've said it before, but I kind of wish this game was like an amalgam of a few different games, so that you could do like build up your car and stuff in your shop, and then go out and race with other people, but actually like total the car, and then like you can in BeamNG, and then bring it back and repair it. Maybe not total, like completely total it. Maybe like the frame is still there, but you can like mess up all the body parts or something. That'd be cool. All right, we're gonna need an oil pan, and might as well get an oil filter while I'm at it. Stuff and more stuff. Always snoring on my streams. Need to sleep more or something. Yeah, I get other people to fix your car after you crash them. I feel like in a car mechanic simulator, that would sort of defeat the purpose of the game. Be like, I've gotten rich off my car repairs. I'm no longer going to do them. I'm just going to pay other people to do it. Hello, Mustang Boss 82. Glad you've been enjoying the streams. Okay, so I don't think I've... Ooh, I fixed the camshaft. Yay! Cam gears never get fixed, so I'm going to need to do that. We'll need a timing chain, too. Cam gear. Which one was it? V8 overhead valve. We need a timing chain in here. With any luck, we managed to fix the timing chain cover. That'd be neat. Yeah, there is weird glare in this game sometimes. Oops. Ah, blinding me. The one that gets me is when the car is over by the garage door and you get the glare that comes off the hood. Particularly when I'm trying to get screenshots and stuff. I'm like, man, it's got like this big blinding flare in the middle of it. What am I going to do about that? You're not only snoring only on uneventful ones? Well, thanks. I did tell you before we started, this is just going to be kind of a chill, relaxing stream. This is not in any way a high-energy game. But I like it. It's a nice break from killing off duplicates. Let's see. I'm going to need distributor cap. I wonder if it's the overhead valve D wires or just... I should probably still wait. I'll wait. I don't want to waste a bunch of extra money on buying parts that I'm always doing. Before I forget, I'm going to put these clip Bs on here. I finally fixed the part instead of breaking it. Thanks. I haven't broken them all. Only a couple. Actually, I've had a few repairs where I've like, I'm repairing a customer's car or whatever. I'm like, oh, I've got this piece off, and it's not in the best condition. I'm going to try and fix it up. Give them like a little bonus repair, and then wouldn't you know it, naturally I break it. So I end up in a place where I've got to replace their part instead, where I didn't have to do anything at all. It's just how brilliant I am. Even if you have 1 million subs, will you promise old car build from the ground up? If I ever hit 1 million subs, well, if I ever get to 1 million subscribers, I can't imagine that being too close in the future. So I would imagine. Oh, I forgot to get the water pump. I would imagine it's going to be a scenario where this game's probably not so much in favor anymore, and then no one will want to see me do a cool old car build from the ground up. But sure, if it's popular, we'll do one. I like streaming. Gives me a chance to hang out and chat with people. Now, mind you, if I have like 1 million subscribers and I'm doing this, you could see a scenario where it's awfully hard to chat with people. Alright, I need 2 engine heads for this thing. Hey, buddy. Put motor in car, then it catches fire. Yeah. I think it'd actually be cool if you could catch it on fire. Just for the novelty effect. Yeah, I guess that's probably true. Once you get to 1 million subscribers, it's awfully tough to have a chill, high interactive stream. I mean, you still kind of can. It depends what people are interested in, for the most part. I'm going to need a lot of push rods here. And it looks like we might be able to get the rocker assembly instead of individual rockers, but we'll see. Let's see. Spark plug. It's actually, I've been surprised at how popular this game is. When I got it, I was just like, oh, that looks kind of neat. It's really different. Austin, I would love to say that yes, I do remember you, but I'm frankly the worst person in the world for names and faces. I still run into people from high school who are like, hey, you, and they say my name, and I'm like, I have no idea who you are. Push rods. I'm gonna assume it's probably the normal ones. If not, it's like not like they're really gonna go to waste. So I'm gonna use them at some point. Well, I probably don't need 18 of them. 16 will do. Yeah, well, a 45-person stream with them. Yeah, like you're right. It's a pretty colossal difference between having 1 million people and like 45 people. But there's stuff you can do. Oh no, I have to do the individual rocker arms. That stinks. I like when you can just do it as one big assembly instead of all those tedious little bolts to tighten down. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about the 1 million subscriber thing for quite some time though. Unless for some reason we oddly hit on like the new thing or something. Yeah, I'm so bad with remembering names. I feel really bad about it, but feeling bad about it hasn't helped improve my memory at all. Probably still people I work with, I don't know their name. You know, yeah, I'm really bad. I can't make promises about remembering specific names. I mean, certainly there are a lot of people that that I interact with on a regular basis on the channel that I'll never forget their names probably because I'm always talking to them now, and they've been here for like the earliest part of my channel growth. I mean, I started out a couple years ago doing Disney Infinity videos of all things, and like 25 subscribers, and it's grown fairly considerably since then. Now we're doing all kinds of different games and stuff, and hanging out doing more live streams and things. The other day I just got into the YouTube beta for channel sponsors, which is kind of neat. So it's kind of cool. The guy from Germany said that it was your first stream. Oh, welcome in Germany. Are you still in Germany, or are you now watching from somewhere else? Because people like to travel sometimes. Yeah, Caitlin's the easy one to remember. She's the one that's always threatening my life. I've already contacted the police about a restraining order. It's great. They're like, sir, who do you need a restraining order against? I'm like, Caitlin, you know, Caitlin from my stream? That Caitlin? Come on. You can find her. For some reason, you need a little more detail. What's memory? I forgot. When you get old and you get gray hair, it drains all of your brain power, and then you can't remember anything. Yeah, Caitlin's on the short list. She's on like every stream. Plus, we hang out and chat on Discord. We played some of the Escapist 2 the other day, which was fun. Yep, my children know about YouTube. My daughter's always she kind of keeps tabs on it. She's actually the reason why I have more of a family-friendly channel. Because I started off with a different channel, and I was just kind of doing what I want kind of thing. But I wasn't really paying attention necessarily to what content I had in the videos or my language and that sort of thing. And then I realized she was watching what I was making, and I was like, oh, I probably should, you know, be a little more cautious about what I'm doing. But yeah, she likes to follow along the channel, and she always wants to have little parties and stuff when we hit different milestones, which is cool. Just last week, we hit 15,000 subscribers, which is cool. But she always wants to get like a little cake and do that kind of stuff, so it's neat. Intake manifold 2 carb. 2 carb. I do not want a second one. I do need head covers, though. V8 overhead valves. One of these, and one of these. I don't know if you can. So there are engines that have superchargers in them already. But I don't know, like the... honestly, I don't know. I'm really curious to see whether we can swap different engines into the cars and put, like a big overhead intake and superchargers and all that kind of stuff. But I'm... Rather than rebuild a full engine on stream and then find out that I can't put it in the car, I figured I'll do a little experimenting off camera, and we'll see whether we can do that or not. I know you can get like some mods and stuff that will let you do things. I've seen some cars with the big souped up engines and stuff in them, but they don't have like the performance parts and stuff in the game yet, I don't think. Yeah, she high-fived me in the face. That's true. Maybe discover new games like Oni and Escapist. However, I'm broke, and even if I wasn't my computer 10-year-old, yeah, if a lot of times if the games are too old. I didn't accidentally knock her out in Escapist. If anything, she hit me in the face. Need 2 of these 4-barrel carbs. We're going to need some of this, some of that, a little bit of this. Oh, you can't switch engines? Aw, that stinks. It would be nice if you could just, like, drop any engine you wanted to in there. Maybe at some point in the future. That would be good. That would be fun. Scale of 1 to 10. How racist are pandas? Oh, very. That's got to be at least a 10. No, you know what? I changed my mind. They're probably a 1 because they're just too lazy to be racist. All they want to do is lay around and eat bamboo. Oh, I accidentally knocked you on the train? I don't remember that. Alright, got the cover on. I think aside from the exhaust manifold... Oh, no, wait. I haven't put the... belts and stuff on? Okay, so we need a serpentine belt A and B. What would the turbocharged, supercharged, big block be like? I don't know. Probably huge. Serpentine belts A. I need the overhead valve one. Me, I'm blind. I've got my mouse pointer right on it and I can't see it. That's how old I am.
I'm effectively blind over here. Hey, Chris, find that serpentine belt and bring it over here.
Yeah, that is an air-filled big one, too. Well, if it isn't Jack Cantus. Welcome, welcome. If I understood correctly, still working on patches for the game. Yeah, actually, there was a patch that just came out today. Well, it might actually... Well, I installed it today, I should say. So there's like some smaller updates that are still coming out. Exhaust manifold. I need V8 overhead valve. There we go. 2 of these. Ka-ching! The game didn't tell you where the parts go. How would I perform? Probably not nearly as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have some experience with engines. However, I am by no means an expert. Not by any random stretch of the imagination. I know just enough to hurt myself. Yay! But I could probably muddle through it if it didn't tell me where the parts go. I would not be surprised, though, if I missed something. Or 3. Should probably grab the right fan. That would work better. What software do you use to edit videos? I'm using Power Director currently. There are apparently better ones out there from like a professional standpoint. However, it's what I started using from the beginning, and I found it has everything in it that I've needed to use so far. And it renders really quickly, which is kind of a bonus. Like, when I can take a 40-minute video and render it in less than 10 minutes so that it's ready to upload, that really beats having to wait like 45 minutes to an hour for it to render and then spending time waiting for the upload too. I kind of want to try my summer car, but I wonder whether people would watch it because it's been out for so long. Okay, so it looks like we've got the whole engine all back together. Still no fancy colored engine parts in here, but it does look nice and shiny. Take my engine. Let's plop this back in here. I think I forgot to grab my battery. Did I? All right. Major brain fart. I don't remember whether I put the battery on over here. I did. I did. Just couldn't remember if I picked it up or not. And I didn't. Now we got it. Just remembered. Some guy put a dual supercharged, dual turbocharged big block in a 1969 Camarillo SS. The engine itself is 5 feet tall. That's crazy. Did we fix the servo? We did. That's nice. The radiator pretty much... Yep, okay, that's good. Actually, you know, most of the time I fail to fix the radiator, so I'm going to take that as a win. Everything's back in the engine compartment. The only thing we need to do is get it all connected up, and then we can drive it away. No wheels, no body, nothing. It'd be like the power sled, just drag it along the ground. To be honest, my top 5 YouTubers are 1, Russian Badger. Ooh, number 2, Cryptic. Yeah, go me. John Sandman, Captain Sparkles, and FaZe Tico. I've seen a bunch of Captain Sparkle stuff, but I've never actually sat down and watched like a bunch of his videos. I've seen like some more of like his music videos and stuff. Starts playing Rejected song. All around me are familiar faces. All around me are familiar faces, worn out faces. Don't know the words to the song. Make it up as I go along now. Okay, so we've got the engine back in. Let's get back. Let's get under the car. See how many of these parts I managed to fix under here. Oh, the oil. You know what? I'm going to put that in now because the number of times I've forgotten to put oil in the car. I'm like the best mechanic in the world. People bring their car in. I'm like, here you go, sir. It's all shiny and new. They're like, oh my God, that's fantastic. Look at this one of a car. Thank you, sir. You're amazing. They get out down the street. They get about 50 miles down the road, and bam! Both engine seizes up. I'm like, bring it back. We'll do the work for you again. Sadly, they never come back. I don't know why that is. All right, we have oil this time, so I can't forget it. Unless I'm somehow managed to mess that up even. That would be good. Let's get the gearbox on, and then we'll get our little drive shaft on here. We'll start at the back end first today, I think. I'm gonna need flywheel and everything because I never fix the flywheel. It never gets repaired. I may have clutch parts though, so I'm gonna check that, I think. Clutch, clutch, clutch. Jack. Oh, thanks. Look at that. But at least with the Kazi above me. I'm gonna start calling you Ray, Jack. Clutch, clutch, clutch. I wonder if we managed to fix the gearbox. That'd be nice. Pressure plate, clutch bearing ring, and there we go. Help express how sad and lonely I am. Anything I can do to ensure the loneliness of my viewers, that's what I'm here for. Uses the brakes as wheels. Yeah, we don't need those. Who needs control? Oh, we didn't fix the gearbox. That's going to be a pretty penny. Gearbox. Let's see. There we go. We're going to need a starter, too. This thing didn't even have one in it. First person I watch on live stream, and I'm not really planning on watching other peeps, so I guess I'm good. Awesome. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work, man. Work third, so I about to head in. Oh, you work at 3 o'clock. I worked night shifts for a while, and it just didn't take. The funny thing is, I'm a night owl, but there's that point at night where I just turn into a like pure zombie. Oh, wait a minute. I probably need the V8 starter. It'd be better to get the right one than the wrong one. Nice. Okay. Why don't I have the option for the drive shaft? Oh, probably because I don't have the rear end of the car in. You know, small technicality. Ooh, did we fix? No, we did not fix the cross member. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the cross member and a bunch of bushings because we didn't get any bushings yet. Ooh, bush eggs. You know, it's the new higher efficiency bushing. They call them bush eggs. I need about 15 of these. Yeah, that's a good even number. 16. Why not? Oh, and of course there's multiple different cross members. I should have thought of that. Imagine if you could make trucks that can be lifted and roll... America, yeah. It's, actually, I would really like if you could do truck repairs in this. It'd be very cool. Have a good night, stuff and more stuff. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Field trip tomorrow. Lutherland. And it's going to be muddy and stuff. Oh, that sounds great. Okay, member E. So we need there. I'm going to put the bushings in this thing right away, too, before I get to the back end. Just because if I don't, there's always a bushing somewhere that I miss. If I don't put them in right away, inevitably I miss it, and then I'm looking around all over the car trying to find the one bushing I missed. And 4. It's going to be pretty sweet when it's finished. When I was a kid, my mom had a I want to say 1976 Ford Mustang. Which is pretty sweet. Does anyone play Car Mechanic Sim 18? I do. I play it. I know, it's hard to believe, right? Yay, we fixed the drive shaft. Nice. Look at that. It's almost starting to look like a car under here. Well, almost. Can't believe cars come with beautiful muscle cars with jelly beans. Well, yeah, it's all about, like, parts longevity and stuff, too, right? People want fuel efficiency and everything. So I need rear... Vehicle housing B, I think it was. Grab 2 of these. I need rear shock. Oh, yeah, that's the new way of spelling shock, too. Ah, come on, fingers. There. It's these darn rental fingers I have. They never work. I'm gonna change this song. I hate this one. It's too mundane. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I want. That's a little more chill. I like that. Make everything interesting, and he's legit your fave new YouTuber streamer. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's always nice when people like coming out and chatting and watching what we're playing and stuff. This is, for all intents and purposes, this really is kind of a strange game. Like I said before, I'm really surprised at how many people are interested in it, because I enjoy playing it. But I wasn't really expecting it to be something that was like super popular, but it's actually, there's been quite a bit of interest for it, which is actually really kind of cool. Especially since it's so different from a lot of the other games I play, so it's nice to do something that's really different and have people respond well to it. Brake shoes. Oh, we're gonna need a whole bunch of brake parts for the other side. Oh yeah, drums. I never fix the drums. Too much beer. Hey, this isn't my summer car where you can drink tons of beer. Drums. Got both of these. Georgia bedtime. Good night, Jonah Smith. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Oh, the Steelers. So they actually had, I live not far from Toronto, and they had the NFL in Toronto series up here, where they took the Rogers Center and used it for some football games. And normally we don't have NFL football in Canada because all the teams are in the US, obviously. And Buffalo's the closest to here, so they actually had some games where Buffalo came up, and it was supposed to be like a home game for them here in Toronto. And I just totally put a rusted spring on there. Let's not do that. So anyway, they had the teams come up, and I bought tickets, and they were ridiculously expensive. But I wanted to go see it because I enjoy football. So we went to the game, and as we're sitting in the stadium, it's this like eerie quiet. And there's, well, it used to be called the Sky Dome, but now it's called the Rogers Center. Or no, not the Rogers Center. It's oh gosh, what's it called now? I can't remember. My brain hurts. Have a good night, Mustang boss. But anyway, so we went out to the game, and it was this really eerie quiet. And I was like, is this a football game? Because normally, like, you go down to Ralph Wilson Stadium, and it's just this constant roar. Like, all of the time. Like, between plays, during plays, when somebody calls up they're selling hot dogs. It's just like, it's a constant roar. And as we were sitting there watching the game, we're like, man, this is really eerily quiet. And it would get a little bit louder during plays, and it'd be cheering and stuff. But then it would go back to, like, this hushed play. And I was like, man, that is so weird. So, is it the Rogers Center? My brain's not working. It was the Rogers Center, now it's something else. Nobody could own that thing for very long. Have a good night, Taylor Kreider. So anyway, the game that I saw up there was Buffalo against Pittsburgh, and the loudest cheering and everything was, it was supposed to be a home game for Buffalo, but there were more Steelers fans in the stands than there were Buffalo. So when they were doing plays and stuff, everyone was cheering for the Steelers, and there's this whole riot of different jerseys up in the stands because without a home team, everyone just picks one that they like. It was just the weirdest football experience ever. And then afterwards, they were doing interviews with the players from Pittsburgh. And they're like, oh, you know, it was really great to come up to Canada to play. You know, there were so many fans in the stands. It really felt like a home game for us. And meanwhile, it was supposed to be a home game for Buffalo. Brakes. I need brake shoes. Steelers are OP. You know what? I have not had any time to sit down and watch much football in like the last, I want to say like the last year and a half. 2 years, something like that. It's not been good for my football watching. Okay, so we have the back end together now, I think, aside from the wheels. I should probably get the exhaust in here. Vintage part. I can't even get... Come on. Re-aim this thing a little. There we go. Rear muffler, V8 overhead valves. We need middle mufflers. And then front exhaust. So front exhaust. 2 of these. We get 2 middle mufflers. Okay, and then we need 2 rear mufflers, V8 overhead valve. Score. Yeah, the ACC is a really different building. It's very strange. Come on. Oh, the weirdest thing too. So you know how like when you go to a football game, they have all the tailgating and stuff in the parking lot, and that's oftentimes like some of the best partying at the game. In Canada, you're not allowed to have alcohol in public places like that. Or at least that's the way it is in Ontario. So they had I grabbed the wrong exhaust pipes. Drat. So they had the official tailgate party, which was basically just another way of saying they had a band on stage. They had a couple of like booths to sell food and stuff, and then like a ton of places selling like hugely overpriced beer. so it's like, oh, this is a really wonderful official tailgate party. There was no atmosphere at all. It's so weird. After that, we were like, okay, let's not spend any more money on tickets for here. The only nice thing in the end was that the bathroom facilities were significantly better than Ralph Wilson. But otherwise, in every other way, it was an inferior experience. Front sway bar B. Not allowed, yeah. Instead, you just bring bottles of quote-unquote Coke. That's what it is. Am I rebuilding Mustang? Yes, I am. So this is the Mustang Fastback. I'm not sure what year it is. If anyone happens to know what year it is, that would be great. I'm guessing it's a 60-something. Front steering knuckle C. Oh, I got one of those. We'll have to repair it. We'll have to buy for the other side. Ching. More Supper Bowl wins. That's right. They've eaten more dinner than any other team. Okay, we need tie rods. They never get fixed. Scotiabank Arena now. Really? Man, clearly I haven't been up there in a while. Tie rods. Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, we need sway bar front end link B. Because again, those never get fixed either. Wait, just wait. This will be the one time it's actually gotten fixed. Now I wasted my money. Wasted my cash. Oh, home game. Sweet. Mix of 67 front and 69 to 70 rear. Yeah, see, I'm not a pro at like spotting cars and recognizing what they are. So I did figure out it was a Mustang Fastback, which is about the extent of my capability. It's the ACCD. Yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, it's a wheel hub bearing. That's right. That's right. While I'm in here, I might as well grab these wheel hub caps, because Lord knows they're not going to be any good. Why do tie rods look awkwardly shaped wrench? Yeah, I don't know. It's just how it is, I guess. And they're all the same. They just made them all universal. Oh, you're flying to Toronto. That's cool. Ventilated disc. Brake. Two of these. Might as well grab brake pads because I know those didn't get fixed. Doesn't roll off the tongue. Yeah, not as well. All right, so we've got brakes here. So when we come down to it, we're gonna have to figure out what tires we want to put on this car. Also, did we fix the caliper? Yeah, we did. Nice. The cool thing about this is even though you can't swap out engines, you can absolutely swap out tires. Ooh, shocks I need. That's right. Double wishbone shock absorber. We'll get two of those, and then we'll need front springs. Oops. Front springs, we'll get two of those. We're gonna need two of the caps though, too. So probably should have just gone shock in the first place. You swear that the Patriots are gonna take the oil out of my car? Ah. Unfortunately, I like the Patriots. My excuse though is I'm in Canada. I can pick any team I want. We don't have a home team. Is it a 65? If I ever get 100,000 subs, will I do a face reveal? I'll do you one better. I'll do a face reveal before we get to 100,000 subs. fact, I've already done a couple. I don't generally play with Facecam when I'm doing live streams and stuff. I don't know. Just the amount of like additional work effort that goes into like setting up the Facecam, making sure you have the right lighting, dealing with the editing and stuff when you're putting it all together, making sure you don't look like a bag of poop. It just seems like too much work to me. But I do have a couple videos on the channel where I actually do have I do show my face, particularly things like channel update videos. So I have a couple channel update videos where I just use the camera. We need a knuckle. Need some knuckles. Wait, no national team. What about the Canadians? Well, they're not a national team. I live near Toronto, so I tend to be, like, in hockey, I tend to be more of a Toronto fan, even though they happen to be just a consistently horrible team. But there's a bit of a rivalry between Toronto and Montreal, so. Bottom suspension arm. And the Canucks, yeah. Apparently we shifted over to hockey, yeah. We have CFL up here, which is something I don't watch. But we don't have an NFL team, no. I think it'd be cool if we did, actually. They'd probably get a lot of business, but unless they play at the ACC or the SC or whatever they're calling it now. Because frankly, the pricing for everything that takes place there is just ridiculous. I got like, oh, I didn't even pay attention to the condition of this thing. What condition was this? 100%. Okay, good. I could have left it on there. Leafs, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not in Toronto, but I'm about an hour away from it, so that's pretty much the closest thing to a home team for me. If only they were good. They're good at making money, and oh no, I don't want that. And charging a lot for tickets. They're fantastic at that. When am I playing the Escapist again? Probably, we're talking about playing it on Friday night, I think. But we'll see. Jack, did you just have a stroke? Is that what just happened there? What's wrong with you? I had a stroke. You're in and out. Are we talking mentally or just your presence in the stream? I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it does look like someone took a bite out of it. It's a giant cookie. Cookie. Okay, so we have all the suspension together. All the undercarriage, I think, is done at this point. The engine's in. The body's not super rusted. We have a fuel tank and fuel pump, so that's good. It looks like we're just onto wheels now. So let's take a look at what do we have in here, this thing, like as a standard wheel. I think it's retro rims, so these are 15-inch rims. I don't want that. I'm gonna go at least 16s, but then we'll need like a lower profile tire. Should probably make note of what these have on it now. 215 65 R15s. All right, let's take a look at rims and see if we can find some rims we want to buy. Then maybe go put some like racing tires in this thing. That'd be fun. All right, what do we want rim-wise? We could go with like a classic look, but I kind of like... Actually, these are cool. I think I'm going to get these. Those are sharp. Okay, so I'm going to go at least 16-inch. Maybe I should go 17. I don't know. What do you think? 16-inch wheels or 17s? I wonder if with the 17s if it'll push it right into the fenders, though. I don't know. 20s? Should we go like ridiculous and put like huge tires on this thing? There's no Fastback in 65 that came out in 66. Mustang was rushed into production because of the demand. Yep, I can see that. Yeah, I have a chain steering wheel in my inventory, I think, actually. I'm gonna put that on it. It seems like an appropriate car for a chain steering wheel. What's the largest you can go with the tires? That's a good question. I don't even know. 25-inch, apparently. That's pretty big. I'm gonna go with... I don't know, I'll go with 16s, I guess. And then we're gonna need some rubber. Did I just buy one of those, or did I buy 4? I wasn't even paying attention. I think I might have only bought one. See, there's the chain steering wheel we can put on it. Ah, of course, I bought one. Go me. 17s. All right, we'll do 17s. I already bought one, but we'll put 17s on. Let's put 3 16s and 1 17 and see how it rolls. It's almost like Toronto was a major hub through the 1800s. Just don't drag a horse down Yonge Street on Sundays. No dead horses. Tires. All right, so I kind of want to put racing tires in this thing. So I'm gonna. Ooh, we can even put slicks on it. All right, so these will be 17-inch. Go with a similar width. So actually, let's make them a little bit wider. We'll go 225s, and then for profile, I want them to be kind of slim. So the ones that were on here before were 65s. Let's go with like 40s maybe. This is gonna be really expensive, so I hope this works out all right. Perfect pound. No, what? If you make slim tires, you should be okay with huge rims. Yeah, I mean, we should be. So, should we make it 35s or 40s? All right, let's go with 35s. We'll just make them really skinny. White wall tires? No way. On a Mustang? That'd be gross. Let's go with 4 of these. All right. I'm going to have to put all these in the rims now and deal with balancing. This is probably one of the more tedious things we're doing the repairs. There are no items to work with. Wow, what'd I do? Can I not use those rims and tires together? That would be really bad since I just spent a bunch of money on them. What have I got in here? Oh, I picked the 16-inch rim, that's why. Hold on. There we go. Now I got it. Man, confused the heck out of myself for a second. Do a stream on a mod that adds old dragsters to work on. So I haven't seen... There aren't a lot of mods out just yet. There's a bit, and I do want to do some of the modded cars. But it seems like they'll like each individually add a car. I saw one that they had like a 1932 Ford that I actually want to play. I think I mentioned it on the stream before, but I had an uncle who used to restore old cars, and he had a 1932, which was pretty sweet. Kind of cool to do one of those. Paint it red with black stripes like your picture. It's kind of where I'm leaning, yeah. I do like red on the Mustang. It looks pretty sharp. 1967 Ford Mustang Fastback. It looks like... Am I wrong, or is the overlay not pulling in the chat from Twitch? Because I feel like I didn't see that comment when it came into the restream. Unless I just missed it. In which case, I'm so sorry. Shiny tires. Shiny and new. It's all good. Yeah, those are great tires. Almost done. It'd be nice to get this thing out and drive it around. I'm curious to see how it handles. There are fancy skinny tires. Yeah, so there are people on Twitch. There's only a few people watching on Twitch, so there's like 4 on there right now. But I think the Twitch chat isn't pulling into the overlay, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that Dodge Charger is pretty sweet. You know what? The funny thing is, I have yet to see another one in the... Did I already finish all 4? I did. I have yet to see another Charger in the Junkyard. I kind of want to grab another Challenger and then paint it up like the General Lee. But I'll have to go and make some custom livery for it because there isn't anything in here that's like that. Oh, you're just quiet and lonely. That's what it is. Okay, so it is pulling into the overlay. That's good. Yeah, black rims are pretty cool. Okay, we have our tires. Let's get those on board. Wow, I like those rims. Those are sharp. That'd be sweet. It says it wants vintage tires, but I feel like racing tires are better. And I think we made them small enough that they fit in okay too, which is good. We probably could have gone with 40s or 45s and still would have fit up. Oh, that was bad. Messed up my star pattern. Darn mouse. That's not the tire. There we go. Okay, we've got wheels. This can, you know what? This thing can run right now. I kind of want to take it out for a spin. I could drive it with, oh, I need seats. So it's not quite drivable yet. Yeah, it would be interesting if cars really were this easy to repair. No, that's right. You know, I'm actually a little bit surprised that they don't have the General Lee, but this is the game was made this is a foreign game. I don't know if it was made in like Sweden or Germany or what have you, but it's not North American. Look at those tires. Actually, those tires almost look too small. I should have gone with bigger rims. Could have gone with like 18s in there, I think. With a tire of that profile, those actually look a little tiny. Maybe it'll look different once I get all the body panels and stuff on. But let's go. I wasn't able to fix any body pieces because they corrected it. I used to be able to fix body parts, and then they fixed it. And now I need to get up to level 35, I think it is. Yeah, I need to get to 35 now, I think, to fix body parts, which kind of stinks. I placed 2 bad items on the car. No, please tell me I didn't do that. Nope, we're good. We pretty much just have to do the interior and the body, and we're done. Okay, so we're gonna need seats, I guess. I don't think I have any on me. I don't. So we're gonna need seats. I do have a steering wheel at least. So we're gonna put in the chain steering wheel on this thing. That'll be interesting. Wish I could donate, but in any case, you have my support. Well, thanks, Brian Edwards. I appreciate that. I just appreciate that people come out and watch stuff. It's awesome when you get like super chats or people click on the sponsor button, and that's always super cool. But the biggest thing is just I like that people come out and watch, and they're entertained, and you get to hang out for a little bit, play games, chat with people. Feel like that's the best part. What kind of seats do we want to put in this thing? I guess they're all very generic. We got racing seats in. I'm gonna do maybe this gray insert racing seat here. Do 2 of these. Alright, back into here, get our seats in. Oh, this needs bench seat too, I forgot to grab. Get our chain steering wheel on here. Oh, yeah. It's like somebody's high school dream car right here. Okay, so just a normal bench seat. Bench. I wonder, do I have to pick the one that's specifically for this car? What do they call this car? Is it a Celine or a Salim? I can't remember now. Salem. Not even a... Alright, I had it totally wrong. So close. Alright, so it looks like there isn't a specific seat for this one, unless I just messed up the search here. No, okay. So we can pick any bench seat to put in the back of this thing. At least one that will fit. Show me like a standard one here. Bench, Hellcat. They have all these like specialty bench seats, but they don't have one for this car. Feels a little messed up to me. Bench Rollet. Bench Spectre. Alright, there's not one that's just like a generic bench here. I guess I just pick anything? Or, let's, you know, if I was smart. Is it called Fastback bench? Is that what it is? It's just called bench. That's really not helpful. Needs a Fastback rear bench. Yeah, but is there a Fastback in here? There is. But, thank you for finding that. Okay. See that? I would have had to flip through there forever if I hadn't been doing this on stream. Hashtag benefits. Okay. We've got the whole interior of the car in there. Oh, we should probably detail it while we have it. Conzadude, the Charger and Bullet should have caught the Mustang because the Ford was slower, and I definitely want to see definitely want to see the General Lee. Yeah, the General Lee would be really cool. I'm gonna have to do like the custom livery for it, or livery. I can never pronounce that. I have to do the custom livery for it in order to get it set up. But I think it would be really cool to be able to do that. All right, let's just charge myself to clean. Let's not do that. That's the wrong thing. I don't want to pay. I was like, wow, did they really up the price to $1,000 to clean my own car? But it was the wrong tool. Let's Let's maybe put this stuff back so I don't do that again. There we go. Yeah, the General Lee would look pretty sweet, actually. Did you fix the intake manifold on the Charger? Yeah, the Charger's all fixed up now. It's 100% finally. A couple niggly little pieces in there that I missed, but it's good. We got it all taken care of. Let's get the body parts for this. Body spot. Salem Fastback. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? What do you mean there's no parts? Salem Spectre Fastback. That's the problem. Salem Spectre Fastback. And we're gonna have to buy everything. All the pieces. All the pieces belong to us. I have to figure out what plates to put on this thing, too. Do you know when this is coming to PS4? I'm not entirely sure. I know that when the game came out, they had an original date on it of, well, not a date, but a time frame of Q4 of this year. So sometime between, like, October and December. However, I haven't heard anything else about a console release for this. So they might still be on target for that, but honestly, I don't know. They still have like all the console logos and stuff in the screen when you load the game up. So I mean, they're obviously intending to do it. And I would suspect they're going to want to hit their timing, even if the game's not optimal, because that's pretty much what they did for the release on Steam. The game was not really performing very well when they initially released it. So I would think probably around Q4. Did I was not paying attention to the percentage on that thing. I think I put a good bumper on it. Mustang 82 on the plate. Okay. She's all finished. Well, at least in terms of like putting it together, that looks pretty sweet. Obviously, the paint is still an opportunity. Let's get some plates on this. What kind of plates do we want to put on? Do Florida plates. Okay. Florida plates. I like the Florida plate. Looks cool. Florida. My name's Florida. Sunshine State. Get 2 of these, and we're going to go with... let's see. CRPTC. Oh, not quite fit. Alright, I was going to do like Cryptic Stang, but that's not going to fit. So what's that? Somebody else wanted to put something on here. I can't scroll back on this thing. Put Mustang 82 on the plate. Alright, hold on. Mustang 82. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Put green goggles and look at it. Then it'll all look black. It'll be great. It'll all look like it's one color. Oh, what'd I do? What'd I do? I done did something that I didn't mean to do. There we go. Florida plates, Mustang 82. People are going to be so confused when they see this because it's not an 82 Mustang. Should have made 00 Mustang for the show. Okay, so we've got the Mustang all finished up. Let's get this in the paint bay so we can get this thing looking all spick and span. I'm going to go with red for the color, I think. I like the way that looks on the Mustang. I'm trapped. I can't move. Darn door. Just put a warning sign. This place is hazardous. It's all nice and shiny in here. Okay, spray paint. Let me see. So that's the current color, that wonderful pukey green color. That's just wonderful. Oh, now that's a green that a car needs to have. Oh, that's so gross. I wonder what the difference is between 0 hue and 359 hue. They're kind of the same. All right, so we've got... we're going with this red color. And metallic, I guess. For the livery, it's the black stripes that I like, but I think there was a white one, too. Yeah, single white stripe. I'm going to go with the black stripes. Yellow. Oh, actually, what does it look like yellow? How do I even get a yellow on this thing? Oh, I got to change the hue. That's what it is. So I need high saturation, and then we'll mess with the color. That actually doesn't look that bad, but I think I'm probably going to go with the red. Ooh, purpley. There we go. And that's right, I hit myself with the door again. I'm awesome. The most dangerous thing in my world is the door. Paint the car, $1,000. Ooh, you can change the camera now. Oh, sweet. You couldn't do that before. Look at that. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty sharp. Although it's weird that the name is in, like, neon green. Awesome. Okay, so we've got the Mustang all finished up. Let's take this out for a spin. Oh, that looks sharp. I'm going to send this up by the door, and then we'll go. But take it for a spin. It's red because it goes faster. That's right. That's pretty sharp. All right, let's pop the door open. Oh, hold on. I should open the door. Then we'll get in here. Look at that. Look at snazzy. Oh, I can't see the condition in here. I should probably check that before I roll this thing out and try to destroy it. So 100% across the board. We're all good that way. Value is now 65,604. We get a restoration bonus of 10,934. That's pretty sweet. Too many red cars. Yeah. I should see if we can make this thing fly off the track the way we did with the Shelby. How's it sound? Sounds the same as every other car. I swear they didn't really didn't customize the sounds, I don't think. Let's see, do we want to drive this fastback or this fastback? I think we'll take the one that runs. Why the chain steering wheel? I don't know, we just had one in the inventory and people said that they wanted it. The Bumblebee car. Well, I mean, if it was like a... There we go. Like the Camaro or something would look pretty sharp with like the yellow and black. That's pretty sweet looking. Rum rum. Let's see how quickly we can crash this thing. Look away, Caitlin. It's gonna be hard to drive it from way back here. Oh. Ooh, this thing's greasy. I don't think I should have used these tires. No! Ah. Don't make it that corner. Wow, she sure smokes. Oh my gosh, these tires are awful. I definitely should have put different tires on it. That was a cool corner. Oh, keyboard steering, no good. Yeah, it would be cool if there was a Volkswagen Beetle in here, but there just isn't one. Oh my gosh. Maybe someone will mod it in. This handles horribly. I definitely should have put different wheels on it. These racing tires are doing nothing for me. I feel like maybe I should have used wider tires because the traction on this is brutal. Even going in a straight line, it's kind of sliding. No. Ah. That didn't work so good. I don't think there is an e-brake in this. Not that I've found anyway. Oh. It's a really good thing you can't destroy the bodies on these cars or I'd be in trouble. Oh, come on. Keep it together. There we go. Down the straightaway. It does sound cool. It is a nice car. I just maxed it out. Oh, look out. Boom. Oh. So that's where we flew it out of the track. I should try and do that again. I don't know how I hit it that I managed to launch the Shelby Cobra right off the track though. Barn find for RX-3 or fix the other Stang. Well, I'm not going to fix the other Stang right now, I don't think, because it takes too long. Oh. But I think maybe we'll go look at some barn finds. I'm going to see if I can get this thing to fly off the track the way I did with the Shelby. If I can, we can drive around out there a little bit. But otherwise, we'll maybe go do some bar finds and see what we can find. I have to start earning some more cash. I'm going to need to start selling the cars I fix. Oh my gosh, I'm not handling this at all very well. No, that's not going to work. I don't know how I managed to hit the Cobra in the right way to like launch it off the track, but I'm not having much luck this time. Come on, go, buddy, go. Make a 00 car for the Dukes of Hazzard TV show. This is a sharp-looking car. I like this. It's brutal to handle, though. I really should probably consider changing up the tires. Oh, no, no, no. I put it into a four-wheel slide. I do wish there was an e-brake you could use for those, like, for drifting a little bit more. No, that was no good. All right, let's get out of here. That turned out pretty sharp. I really like that. It's still rolling. Well, we'll get out of here, though. We'll go check out some barn finds and see if we can find some other cool cars we can add to the collection so we can rebuild those later. Oh, no. Oh, too far around. Why must I torture you? It's okay. We're leaving now. All right, we'll go back to the garage, see if we can find something cool to build. I'd like to get a Mazda just because I want to see what the Wanko rotary motor looks like when you pull it apart. Well, the Cobra went in a straight line. Yeah, there was definitely that. So much tire screech. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, when you step on the gas in this game, there's no such thing as, like, just stepping on the gas a little bit. It's either, like, full on or full off. So you end up kind of greasing the tires a lot. If I could probably put some wider tires on this and maybe not the racing tires, and it might handle a little bit better. It did turn out really nice, though. I like that. You know what I haven't done that I should probably go do now? Before we get into the barn finds, let's go check out the auction. I've actually never taken the time to go look at the auction. $200 to go to the auction. Man, they're bleeding you for everything in this game now. It's got it's not really real money. Scooraboon, 31,000. Nope. Next car. I don't even know what could be in the auction. Caster Avalanche. No, I don't really need a brand new SUV. Because keyboard. Well, the keyboard doesn't help. That's for sure. Chieftain Bandit. We have one of those in the garage that we actually have to fix up. Get that out of here. Thank you, Chevy101MC. Appreciate the super chat. Oh, they do have pickup trucks in this game. And this one looks like it needs a little bit of work. Did lots with a different colored door, because, you know, that's what everyone wants their car to look like. Royal Bianco. I wonder if, can you take, like, your own cars out here and sell them at the auction? Or is it just when you sell the car, it just goes away and gives you cash? The Royale GTR. Interesting. It will go with the General Lee from the show. I'm sorry, I must have lost track of something. So what would go with the General Lee? Olsen Grand. No, get that out of here. I think we got all the way through the... oh, I see. We're not even in the auction, though. It's just showing what the lineup was. And then you get to see what the... oh, that's the starting price? Really? I'm going to go with no. Let's not buy anything at the auction. That's terrible. I've seen some people that have managed to get things like the Lamborghini, and I don't know if they're bringing it in by using a mod, or if it's just something they maybe got in the showroom, or the salon, as they call it. Yeah, that's it for the auction. There was, like, just junk there. I don't want any of that stuff. I feel like all the fun in this game is fixing something. So in some ways, I don't know what the point is would be of buying something new. But let's check the car salon and see if they have, like, a Lamborghini there. Because if I could get that, I would buy it. Oh, the 00 car, I see. That's like a... it's like a modern Challenger with a... no, Delray Imperator. Huh. I mean, the hood looks like, kind of like the Challenger. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. All right, nothing here in the salon either. I mean, I really want to get like a Lamborghini. I'm curious where people got that from. I think I might have been a mod. All right, let's go hit up some barn finds. This has been a bust. No shopping for new cars. I mean, if you could take a car out and then like rough it up and then fix it, I guess. But I mean, otherwise, you buy a car mechanic game, you buy a brand new car that requires no mechanical work. This is kind of like, I don't get the point. The Pimpala. I might do a mod next time. I'm actually $100 to go to a barn find now. Man, it's a good thing I have $100 and some odd $1,000. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more work though, because I'm losing some cash. Maybe I'll like do some cars to fix up off camera or something and sell them. Just so that I can make a little bit of extra coin. Ooh, what do we got? Chieftain bath. We have a chieftain already. Don't need that. Bolt Hellcat. I think I have one of those in the garage also. Alright. This garage is no good. Next one. I'm going to clean out all the garages this time. Yeah, I don't know why people are making me pay to look at their junk. Unless they're saying, like, it's going to cost me $100 to drive over there. But, man, that's some expensive gas. Mods. Yes, mods. I definitely... there are some more cars coming out on the mods, too. So, now that the game's been out for a little bit, there's definitely more people making stuff. So, I think it would be cool to start checking out some of those things and seeing how they work. Barns are 7/10 too much ambiance. Yeah, it's really noisy in the barns. Alright. Another dud. One allowed trip to the test track. Alright, so we won't go to the test track again. We'll just go to the abandoned airport instead. Gotta blow all my cash just trying to find stuff in the barns. $100! More money! It's a good thing they don't charge me to go to the racetrack. You enjoyed Team Cryptic? With the official Cryptic racing team? Man, I find so many... It's crazy. 13,977 with a big old fancy Bolt Atlanta. What a name. Leave without buying. Just spending all my money. I know I did go to the test track. It was the racetrack. Same idea, though. Caitlin was in a bad car accident, though, so it brings up, like, tragic memories. Or not tragic, but traumatizing memories. That's what I'm thinking of. I just kind of wish that there was, like, a little bit more to do with the racing. So you fix it all up and you drive it, but... Well, I do have something that's supercharged. I have a Corvette in the garage that's supercharged. And maybe I should do that next, but... Oh, and be a moderator. Oh, I see. I only have a few moderators right now, and they're people that I know from chatting with them a bunch in the Discord server, so I'm not as inclined to pick just random people so much anymore, although that's kind of how I started. Because I didn't know anyone, so it was like, look at that purple color. Now that is sweet. Cobra with a purple color on it. Fancy. What is this? Square Moon. I already have one of those. Man, it's not going well. Gotta pay for the gas at all those wrecks you buy, and even the ones that I don't buy. $100 to drive out there with my truck, even though I can't bring something back on it. The Sakura Moon I already have. It's in the garage. I haven't bothered fixing it up yet. It looks a little nicer from behind than it does from in front. Poiple. It's a Poiple one. We could even make one more trip to the junkyard, maybe, because I think each time you go, it has a different set of cars and stuff in there, which is a little bit weird, but... Another Fastback. How much is this one? $18,261 for this one. The barn finds are always a little bit more expensive than the junkyard. Probably because they're in vaguely better condition, but for my purposes, that really means nothing, because we're going to fix it all up to 100% anyway. If we're going from 0 to 100 or, like, 75 to 100, it's pretty much the same cost. What if they add the Dominic's Charger? I don't know. I'm kind of curious whether they're going to still add other games, or sorry, other cars to the game, or if they're just going to build out the Steam Workshop and let other people add them in. Because I think for the other years of this game, they've done that. They just went the Steam route, let people kind of build in the stuff that they wanted. Oh, another Challenger. I'm going to grab... Oh, it's 30,000. Good Lord. They want 30,000. The car value is only 29,000. They're charging me more for the car than it's worth. But I want it. Just because I want to fix it up and make... I want to make the General E. I'm going to buy it. As much as I hate to spend $30,000 on that thing. Ooh, Mazda RX-3. Haha, we can get our little wanker... There's a rotary too. The Wankel rotary motor. 20,000. Ah. It's getting expensive. Oh, right. I grabbed one of these, too, the other day. The Lenticalope. Apparently, they're supposed to be pretty sporty little things. All right, so that's 2 cars we managed to snag. Yeah, there's a Mad Max car in the... Or, so actually, so you're talking to Mad Max. But there is actually a Mad Max car in... in the mods, I noticed. I was trying to see if I could find, like, the Knight Rider 2000 car, but not so much. They have, like, some Trans Ams and stuff, but I wanted one that actually, like, had the light in the front. I thought that would have been cool. Nobody's done it yet, though. Okay, what do we got? Man, Lenticalope. I find those things everywhere. They must be, like, super common. A Corvette. Bold Reptilia S. I don't have that. So I have just the Bolt Reptilia. I have the Bolt Reptilia R2, but I don't have the S. Maybe I'll grab this. Just to... What's it worth? 23,000. It's worth 28,000. So I could actually buy this and sell it right away and make a profit. All right, we got room in the car garage, so I'm gonna stick it in there. The Renault Clio. It's a Renault Clio. Super. Generally was a Charger, not a Challenger. Well, it depends on which movie you're watching. The original one, I think, from the TV series was a Challenger, and they used a Charger in the more recent movie, I think. I may be wrong. I'll have to Google it, but I think the original was a Challenger. All right, so we got a couple more cars we can fix up. Let's change the radio again. There we go. I get more chill. All right, so I think I gotta call it a wrap for tonight. We're a little bit early. Didn't manage to take the 2 hours, a little bit, an hour and a half on the stream. So okay, let's get a stream vote. Stream vote. I gotta wrap it up now since we finished the car. We've done some racing. We've cleared out all the junkyard, or sorry, all the barns. We'll make one more trip to the junkyard, but we can either bring in another car and just do some regular work, fix up somebody's car for them, or we can call a wrap for tonight, depending on what all of you would like to do. Electric cars would be neat, but I feel like there's just no, you don't get that same satisfaction driving it around because they don't make any noise. Like, you don't have that engine roar. So I don't know if they would be as satisfying. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's just another Fastback. Okay. Man, finding the Salem Spectre Fastback everywhere now. Lots of Mustangs around. Always been a Dodge Charger. I'm going to Google it. Maybe it is always a Dodge Charger. Either way, the Challenger's nice. Even if I just fix up another Challenger and sell it. Well, I'm going to try and keep like one of each car that we fix up. And then if I do other ones, then I might sell them off. Just trying to make a little coin. Because we're going to need some. Ooh, what do we got here? Sakura GT20. That's kind of cool looking. I don't have one of these. 15,000. I'm running out of cash. We're seriously gonna have to do some more work. Gotta make some more money. Gonna be the broke mechanic again. All right, so that's 3 cars we managed to snag today. That's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find another one. Mazda RX-7. We're gonna buy that one too. I've been hunting around for some Mazdas and I couldn't find them. There's actually, so the Dodge and the Mazda stuff, it comes in the form of a DLC. I wonder if they're going to add other DLCs that will add other cars. They've had lots of little patches and stuff to sort of improve on the performance in the game, which is good. But it'd be nice if maybe they added some more car content. Or I've said it before, I'd still like to do this truck. I want to fix the truck. Let me fix the truck. Not so much. Leave the bag items, yes. 1969 Dodge Charger, it was, eh? Okay. I thought it was a Challenger, all right. It was a Charger originally, but I think the one or two versions used a Challenger. All right, I'll go back and look it up. Maybe we'll have to try and track down another Charger. It seems like the Dodges are really rare though. Like in all the trips that I've made to the junkyard, I found 2 Challengers and 1 Charger, and that's it. Yeah, that April Fool's DLC would be neat. All right, we're gonna bring in some customer cars. I'm gonna send this out to the garage. Fancy, fancy. Let's bring in a customer. We'll do a little bit of work. I could use some more money since. No, wait a minute. I gotta go to the phone. Man, I haven't brought in a customer so long. I don't remember how. We'll get another story mode car because those ones are usually interesting. Hey there, bro. You need to prepare me a car for sale. It's almost new, but you know how it is. People buy their car. People buy with their eyes. It needs to be beautiful on the outside. For you, it's no problem. FMW Panther. Is that supposed to be like a BMW? I'm not going to start getting into another full restore because it takes a good solid hour to do one of those. Yeah, this car's looking. This thing's a gem. What do we got? Repair, replace body parts. Clearly, there's some mechanical problems with it, and then a whole bunch of body stuff we're gonna have to do. Hood, front bumper, left fender, left headlight, rear bumper. Man, let's get all the body parts on it first. Yeah. Toyota GT20. Is that what the Sakura is? Body spots. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what this car was. BMW M3. FMW Panther. Man, this thing's going a little sluggish. FMW Panther. There we go. Okay, so what parts did I need on this thing? I wish I could click in here and add these to my shopping list to say I need this part and this part and this part. Instead I have to flip back and forth, and that's really kind of a pain. So I need hood, bumper, left fender. Hood, left fender. Where's my bumper? Front bumper. Oops. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Thanks, Mad Max. The Knight Rider Mustang. There was no Mustang in Knight Rider there, remember? Left headlight, rear bumper, and then both taillights. Let's see. Left headlight, rear bumper, and then we need both taillights. The nice thing with like body repairs in this game is they're like generally the fastest and easiest stuff to do. They don't even care if you paint it. You can just send it out and it's like wonderfully pristine looking condition. Oh, I gotta take this fender off. There we go. Left fender. Rear bumper's gotta come off. Stick the new one here on. Get our taillights out. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm trying to find where there's a restore. I swear auctions are rigged. Once bids go quiet, you bid, then everyone's suddenly interested. I guess that's kind of how it is. Wait, what were you trying to find at auction? Yeah, it's a BMW wannabe. Alright, let's get this on the... I should probably... Actually, I'll take this out to the test track. We're going to need to do a little bit of diagnostics, and that requires driving. Sorry, Caitlin. Cannot start the engine. Well, that makes that easy. I guess we're not testing that. Oh, yeah. That thing's a gem. Alright, let's just send this over to the lift. Skip the diagnostics. Do it the hard way. Alright, what have we got in here? Alright, so clearly... What's my repair condition requirement on this? 100%! It's always 100% with these story orders. Alright, let's get our head covers off. Oh, yeah, this thing's a gem. Ignition coils we're gonna need. I should probably should have sold the junk that was in my inventory. Actually, before I rip all this out, I should probably do some testing on it and see... If there's a problem with the pistons, I'm probably going to want to rip the whole engine out anyway. Survey says... 43%. Oh, boy. I mean, it's not red. It's only orange. I'm going to see if it'll let me... Let's see if it'll let me skate by without doing that. Get the ABS module off here, because I think possibly the ABS pump that's on here might need doing. That was a 43%. Actually, most of this is at 43, so maybe not. Put all this back in here and see what happens. All right. If I check in here in the status, I'll be able to tell me if radiator fan housing. So I've got one of those skill things where like a couple of the parts get identified, but clearly that's funny. I took out those. I took out the coils and it didn't identify it. Were they? Is this all this rusted stuff at 43%? Looks worse than that. %. No, so these are definitely. What's going on here? Let's get our scanners and stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna do all the normal tests on this thing. Try to identify as much as I can before I start ripping it out. I feel like when you take the parts out, it should be identifying it. Night 2008 reboot had a Mustang GT modified to look like a Shelby GT 500. Pilot was nice. The series was greenlit, but it was really bad. Do you know what you and Kazi are streaming tomorrow yet? Probably Conan Exiles. I don't think Kazi has too much interest in doing the new version in, or sorry, the new game mode that they just added to Fortnite. I toyed around with it a bit today, which was kind of neat, but it's basically PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, like directly copied into Fortnite. All right, we managed to identify at least a few parts on here. Fuel pressure test. Let's check that too. Customer only wants the body to be fixed, not the mechanical parts. Well, I mean, the story kind of describes it that way, but if you look in if you go into your car status, you can see here all these parts here need to be dealt with. So he's calling out actual mechanical parts too. And then there's the body parts, which I've already tackled. Apparently I didn't do the front bumper. Should probably put that back on. Or take it off. There we go. Now the bumper's done. It looks like the radiator on this is toast too, so I'm going to have to pull that out. Or is it? So radiator fan housing was at 3%. That was at 5%. That's definitely toast. We'll get out all of our little ignition coils, which... Oh, they're 43%. So they look really bad, but they're not actually in that bad a shape. Nada. This is going to be a tough one because so much of this car is in rough shape, but they don't actually care about those like 43% pieces. They only care about the ones that are... Yeah, fuel pumps. They don't care about the 43% stuff. They only care about the stuff that's like really low. Anything that's in the red. What am I going to do? I wonder why it wouldn't start. Let's check the car. Check the battery. Battery's at 43%, so it's fine. Quasi-fine. Alright. What have we managed to identify? Not a lot. I'm thinking it was probably the ignition coils that was stopping it from starting. So let's get over to the bench. We'll see if we can repair any of the stuff I've taken off of this. Nope. Nothing. All that stuff that's all messed up. No good with repairs. Thanks for coming out, Jumpy Humpy Spider. Quest, watch Cylinder stream, yet must collapse on bed. Parts. Give me the pots. I need some ignition coils. There we go. Let's grab 8 of these. I don't think they all need replacing, but it's only a couple dollars. Going in Exile. I'm gonna like to play this game. I wouldn't want to play it though. Oh, we'd like to look at it, but I wouldn't want to play it. I get it. The tricky part I found with Conan Exiles is it's kind of grindy. Oh, we need to replace the head cover. Was it V8? I don't even remember now. I have the worst memory on the planet. Yeah, it is the V8. Actually, I probably should pull off all the timing and stuff and check the gears in here. Oh, look at all these wonderful V8s with their fantastic series of belts and pulleys and stuff. That's at 43%. So most of what I pull off here is going to be 43%. So it all looks like it's busted. But I'm looking for just the little gems in here that are toast. Gross. Yeah, and actually it's a little surprising with all the 80s games coming out, there isn't something that's kind of like a Knight Rider sort of thing. But I don't know. I think it's just like I think what it is that indie games are kind of coming more to the forefront because there's so much. They have like such better distribution on them now, and they can get a much greater awareness to the indie games as they come out. And some of them have very much that old, kind of that old style to them. Only 43%. Everything's 43% on this thing. I get it? No, I can't. Another roller. Alright, let's get in here and inspect. I have a feeling this is going to be all orange. I think it's probably going to be more suspension stuff I'll end up actually having to do over the engine, but, I mean, the engine doesn't start, so obviously it's not in that great a shape. Oh, there we go. There's some fuel components at the back that are going to have to come off. Get rid of our throttle. And our fuel filters, and I should check these fuel rails. 43%. Everything's 43%. Stop it. Do a Night Rider mod for the game? I actually tried looking for a Night Rider mod, but I couldn't find one. Alright, fuel. So we want our fuel filter. And then I need intake manifold, I think it was. No. What did I need? Throttle. Gosh. Brain no work. It's already getting late. Throttle. V8 throttle. There we go. No. Put it back together. Don't take it apart. I wonder if the gearbox is toasting this thing. It's so hard when you can't take it out and like give it the test drive so you can start to identify the pieces. So if I can get this thing fixed up enough that it'll run, then maybe we'll take it for a spin and see if we can find some other problems. It'd be nice to get it on the test path too. And oddly enough, I probably could have got it running just by putting in the fuel filter and the ignition coil, I think. There's a water pump in here. More pulleys. Rollers, whatever. Have a good night, Raptor Plays. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I feel like car repairs aren't quite as exciting as the rebuild. Everyone is like, well, you know, it's late, it's tiring, time to sleep. Man, that brain no work quote, if we caught all the times I said, you know what? I thought about a new one of these. Engine cover B. Oh, I hate the search on this. So if you have a search going and then you try to search for something else, it's trying to like search within the existing search results. Cover B. Love to see the 1967 Shelby GT500 Eleanor mod. That would be heaven. I need to kind of look around and see what different mods are out there. From what I've seen, it's pretty much like just stuff that shows up on the Steam forums. They don't have like a workshop kind of thing yet, the Steam workshop. I should probably check these spark plugs. 43. Actually, you know what? Aha! I already did the electronics test, so they'll show up there. All right, they're all orange. It's workable. There we go. Plug in all our new ignition coils. Everything will be good. And then hopefully it will start, in theory. Coils cover. Oh, those are toast. All right. Kift 9 Industry 4000. Cover. So just make a Trans Am like kit, but that's, let's face it, if you make a Trans Am, it will be the Bandit from Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how it'll end up. Oh, what? Ah, no! I thought I bought that. Ah. Engine head cover A. I could have sworn I bought a new one. Did I not buy one of each side? I thought I did. I guess not. Alright. Whatever. Engine head cover A, V8. I think I've seen like just a straight Trans Am that somebody was calling the Knight Rider, but it didn't have like the light in the front of it or anything. So I was like, well, it's kind of a cop out. It'd be neat even if they could get like the interior of the car to look like it has the computer system in it. That'd look pretty sweet. I would definitely get that if I could find a mod that had that. I would definitely grab it. Oh, I need a radiator. Or I could spell radiator. Okay, radiator A. I think we have to deal with the housing and stuff in here too, because if I recall, that was a mess. Radiator fan housing B. Yeah, it's shot. And so are both fans. All right. There we go. How about now? Score. Okay, oh, we're missing belts. I gotta put those on. Hopefully this thing will start. That would be not really novel. I think I got everything back on it. We're about to find out soon. Okay, will it start? Show me the magic. Why can't I open the door? Hello? Nah, whatever. I don't need to start it. We'll go over to the door. Penguins are going to win the cup again. I don't know, maybe. Nothing is ever a sure thing. Test track, show me the money. Idler roller. Oh, rat. There's always something. Have a good night, Bob Cotta. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Man, this is really crowded in here. I can't see anything now. Oh, there's the roller I missed. What are the odds we missed another one? I think we might be good. That's a really crowded engine. Oh, no, there is a... We missed the belt tensioner. Anything else? Did we get it all? I think we're good. Thank God there was something wrong. The test track's not that bad. It's small. Cannot start the engine. Why is the engine still not starting? All right, we checked the fuel system. We have the ignition coils. We have spark plugs in it. So that's kind of a good thing. We have the throttle. What am I missing here? The starter. That's why it won't start. And I have to get it up on the lift to get the starter off. 5 cents back is on the radio. The suspense. I don't know if I would call it suspenseful. There's not really a lot about this game that's really suspenseful. Starter V8. I do not have one of those in my inventory, so we're definitely going to need to grab one. Thank you. Okay, so now it should finally start. Move it. Rims and rubber might be needed. Yeah, it's going to be hard to tell on this one just because the car itself is in such low condition. So it's like 43% for so many of the parts. What's your favorite musician? I'm a fan of Radiohead. So I would pick probably them. Oh, yeah, this thing has wonderful acceleration. Can't open doors when you're in the lift like IRL. Yeah, I forgot that I had it up in the air still. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, close your eyes, Caitlin. Clearly, I'm not going to be driving too well. It looks like we're definitely going to need at least one rim. The front rim looks really shot. But we'll find out. We'll do the... Just by driving it through the... Oh, my gosh. This thing handles awful. Just by driving it through the test track and then sending it down the test path, we'll get a lot of information. Yeah, the lift was in the way. Yeah. I'm super smart. IR brains. Driving with a keyboard is really not a good thing in this game. All right, there we go. So we got the test track. We'll set it down the test path, and that should give us most of the suspension issues. How do you put it in third person? You hit letter C, or if you're using an Xbox controller, you click in on the left control stick. And there's a camera view too, where you can like swing the camera all the way around the car while you're driving. It's really hard to control when you're doing that though, because you're not really watching where you're going. It's over. We're back. No real crashes, and actually, there's like nothing in here we need to replace either. That's so weird. All right, test path it is, I guess. Give me something. Like everything I'm doing on this car is giving me like no information. This thing really is a hunk of junk. Down the test path. Still listening, just can't watch. Well, it's okay. We're not, we're off the racetrack now anyway. We're back in the garage. We're just on the test path here now, just checking brakes and stuff. Nothing fancy. Okay, so there's some pieces there that are under the 43%, so obviously there's going to be something that we're going to have to deal with. Caitlin's not going anywhere. She was just closing her eyes. She didn't literally mean to go to sleep. She just meant like not looking. Yeah, this car is awesome. All right, so we have, man, there's like, it's not giving me any info. I think part of the reason it sounds bad is because it looks like the muffler and everything's toast on it. Let's send it back to the lift. See if that helped at all in telling me what's the deal with this. All right, so it did find a little bit more. Brake discs, radiator stuff. Catalytic converter. All right, so I think I'm just going to start ripping the suspension apart and seeing what the deal is. We'll get in there with the inspection tool jobby. See, this front rim I'm pretty sure is shot. We're going to have to deal with it. Take this up. This one for sure is toast. It's got to be. Didn't show me the condition. That's great. What do we got in here? Okay, so that's the actually the bearing's fine on this. All our knuckles and things are good in here, so that's fine. All right. All right. For a car in this condition, you would think there would be much more wrong with it, but whatever. All right, I'm gonna start using the shopping list so that I remember what parts I need to get, because I'm not going to grab it all right now. All right, let's get on the other side over here. Pull this one off. So this rim's probably fine. Well, fine-ish. I mean, it's probably at 43%, but yeah, there's another ventilated brake disc that's toast. Okay, so similar on this side. Get our calipers off of here. I feel like by the time if your disc gets down to this shape, I don't know how your pads would still be any good. I'll get that off. Okay, another one done. I've thought of perhaps investing in a secondhand Logitech wheel for your racing games. Actually, that would be kind of cool. No, I hadn't really thought about that. But so here's the thing: like, I often play a lot of like survival games, management style games, creative building games, that kind of stuff. So this is the first time I've done something that has like this kind of racing component to it. So if I was going to do more of that, then yeah, that would probably be a good investment. That muffler's toast. It's got to be. Yeah, 11%. Okay, so the mufflers have got definitely need doing. This brake disc needs doing. What else have we got in here? I think that's it back here. Ooh, exhaust pipe. That's got to go. Oh, it's all like exhaust systems that need doing in this. That's so weird. All right, whatever. So we'll do add the middle muffler in here. Kind of like converters need doing. Can I inspect the... Wow, I can inspect the front for the back of the car. That's skill. The manifolds I have to take off to check. Alright. I have a feeling the manifolds will be toast too, but we'll see. Let's get this out of here. Get that out of there. Let's pull all the parts off the car from like 400 feet away. It'll be good. Using my psychic powers to fix my car. The stream for 2 hours. He started exactly. Has it been 2 hours now? No, I guess it has. So we'll finish this car repair, and then that'll pretty much be it for tonight, I guess. Rear wheel hub. I generally like to stream about 2 hours. Every now and then I'll go a little bit longer if I'm engrossed in something. Like for this, I'm not gonna bail till I finish the repair. But normally I like to stream about 2 hours. One of these days I'll do a longer stream, maybe something during a daytime. But I forgot to add that. Oh well. Okay, so I can grab my discs, and we can get all that put back together. So in the brakes we need 2 ventilated, 2 regulars. What do I got on my shopping list? Is that it? Brake disc, and then catalytic converters, front exhaust pipe. V8A. There it is there. We need 2 of these. We need middle mufflers. If I could type, that would be great. There we go. Mufflers. Middle mufflers, we need 2 of these. The rear mufflers I pulled off without looking at them, but I think they were the rear muffler V8s, so we'll grab those. And then we're going to need catalytic converters. 2 of them. Yeah, sorry, I don't generally do shoutouts. I'm gonna go at 12:30. This should be done before 12:30. I would imagine this will take maybe another 10 minutes or so, unless I run into a scenario where I can't figure out what's wrong with it, and I have to start ripping the whole engine apart. That might add a little more significantly to the time. Hopefully that's not the case though. Let's check these. I should really check these wheels out. No, that's not what I wanted. Before I put them all back on, I'm gonna take a look at the wheels so I can see what the rubber and stuff's like on them. Our exhaust system's in. Oh, I didn't replace their exhaust pipe. This one was at 43%, but the other one not so much. Exhaust pipe. There we go. Thanks, Cody. I'm glad you enjoy it. Okay, let's grab this off of here. I think this was 43%. It was, so I don't need to replace that one. I feel like a bad mechanic. I can see that part's toast, but I'm going to put it back on there because he's fine with it. I feel bad for the person who buys this off him, though. So he wants to fix this up to sell it to somebody, but he just wants to make it... He wants to polish up a turd. He wants to make it look nice. He doesn't really care so much about how it runs. All right, what are we missing in here now? Part not discovered. Front brakes. The one rim definitely has to go. One brake disc. So there are still a few parts here I haven't discovered, and that concerns me a little bit. Concerns me a little bit. I really hope I don't have to rip the engine apart. You know, what I probably should do is drain the oil. Check the oil filter, check the air filter. Maybe take off the oil pan and see if there's anything underneath there we're going to have to deal with. Rims Classic 2. All right. I think it's only the front right rim we have to deal with. So we'll get up here. Oh, I forgot to take this off. Duh. Okay. This rim's got to come apart so we can deal with it. And then, actually, you know what? Once I take the... Oh. You know what? I got to take these wheels off again. I have a feeling once I pull the rubber off of here, it might tell me the rubber's toast. I don't think it'll show the condition of it until you take it apart. So let's just double check that. No, I don't want to sell it. So is it 40? Well, those are at 43%. It might actually be bad. Oh boy. Ah, I can't see. Oh, there we go. 10:03 where you live. Yeah, here it's just after midnight. So I'm, as I was saying, pretty much once I finish up this repair, then we'll call it a night. Yeah. So okay. So this is where I can see if the rims are toast. That's good. Or the rims or the rubber. Thanks, Mark. Glad I'm your favorite YouTuber. It's awesome. Well, streaming YouTuber anyway. Okay, so we have our rims taken care of. Let's get out of here. We'll buy a new one. It's gonna look really weird. This guy's gonna have one rim that's nice, and the rest of them are gonna be messed up. And tell me if you're trying to sell a car, that doesn't look sketchy. Okay, where's the separate rim I just took off? I need to sell my junk parts. This is ridiculous. There it is. Rim Classic 02. 19-inch. Rim Basic. Rim Classic 02. 19-inch. Stick it back on here with this wonderful 43% rubber. There are no items to work with. Oh, I picked the wrong rim. No, I didn't. Wait a minute. Did I just buy the wrong rim? That would be really bad. No, that should be the right rim. Rim Classic 02, 19-inch. Why can't I put the tire back on it? Or was it the rim retro I pulled off? It was the rim retro. Drat. So rim retro 11 is what I need. But if that's the case, I have 4... This is what happens when you don't sell your junk. All right, I'm going to go check the car, because it should tell me what kind of tires these are. Rim Classics 02. So I did grab the right one. Why can't I put the rubber back on this thing? Install. Rim Classic 02. There. Oh, there we go. What did I do wrong before? It must have served up a different rim as the first one. That's got to be what it is. If you ever see me in public, you're gonna jump on my back and ride me to Narnia. Well, that's not great. Remind me to avoid you at conventions. Have you received calls where you can fix every part of the car and able to sell it? I don't know if they're really rare or been removed from the game. I haven't gotten any of those recently. I haven't seen ones where you where you fix every part on the car and then you're able to sell it. Not really so much. You mean like sell the part or sell the car? Because, I mean, like, we've hauled stuff out of the junkyard that theoretically I could sell after I fixed it up, but I haven't seen, like, a customer car come in. Hello, customer. You don't get your car back. Congratulations. Oh, flooded in Florida. That stinks. Reshuffles the order of the rims. Yeah, I don't know why it would do that. It totally messes me up. Clearly. All right, let's get this back on here. I gotta remember to put the tire on the right spot, though. So the game's funny. Like, it knows that you need to deal with one of the wheels, but you have to put the fixed wheel on the right spot, otherwise it won't consider it fixed. It's a little wacky that way. And it was the front right one in particular that was toast. So that's where I'll have to stick it back on. So I think it was the front right one. I'm fairly certain. Alright, that's done. One more wheel, and then it's gonna be an Easter egg hunt. Trying to find the pieces that we're missing that we haven't identified that are toast yet. With my luck, it'll be some bushings, but actually those should have been caught by the test path. So if they're not lit up, then probably not bushings. Okay, so everything I've taken off the car is now back on. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts that aren't discovered. Exhaust pipe? Come on. It said it was at 43%. All right. Whatever. It must have replaced the wrong one. Let's just replace it. Make my day. I have to sit here with the flood going on. Oh, man, I can't imagine what it must be like to live in an area where you're like totally flooded out. As much as I'm not a huge fan of winter, we really don't have too many natural disaster kind of things happen here. So I have trouble relating to that, but it's kind of really suck. All right, 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part, 5 parts that we haven't identified. So I have a feeling it might be the exhaust manifolds and the engine, but we'll have to get the car down and take a look at those. So that might account for 2 of the parts. Let's get a little peek under here. Actually, those don't look that bad. We'll have to find out in a second, I guess. 14%. Okay, so it is the exhaust manifolds. Okay, so that'll account for 2 of them, which will leave me with 3 other parts I have to figure out. And with my luck, it'll be bushings. I'll have to hunt around the car for the bushings that are messed up. It's like playing whack-a-mole. It's the best feeling when your knee pops. I disagree. I don't think I fixed that piece. Oh, I did. Look at that. All right, so we need 1 exhaust manifold for a V8, which is this one. Okay, so 3 more parts. Yeah, I'll be on Discord for a short little bit after the stream. I don't know that it'll be on too late tonight. I actually I'm kind of burning the candle at both ends lately. I had to take a nap before the stream. It's have trouble staying awake. You know you're old when you have to start napping. That's bad. Alright, so we've got some shiny new exhaust manifolds on there. What else? 3 pieces left. Radiator parts not discovered. Gosh, what could it be? What could it be? It's not bushings, because they look fine. I mean, the power steering pump is messy, but it's not awful. The car runs, so it's obviously not a critical component. What about a brake servo? 43%. It's not that. This is when we have to start hunting for the pieces. I just hate doing that. All right, I'm gonna... Oh, wait a minute. Filters. That's what we're gonna check. Come on, I hate these little clips. So just wait. It'll turn out it's the filter cover, the filter, and like the oil filter. That'll be the 3 parts. Filter cover 10%. Filter 11%. Ha ha ha. Filter. All right, so air filter. That's good. Air filter cover. Where are you? There we go. All right, so that's the 2 pieces, and I bet you it's the oil filter that's the last one. The sad part is that because we're not getting into like gearboxes and stuff on this one, it's probably not even going to pay us all that well. Okay, so we have 1 piece left. No, wait, that was all of it. What? It said I had 3 things, but I only just replaced 2, and it's all right, whatever. I guess I shouldn't complain. Spent $4,896. Really? Wow. Task bonus $28.85. Job bonus $17.80 for a total payout of $10,039. So I made a little coin. Got like cars incomplete. There's no front license plate. Of course there's not. Forgot I replaced the bumper on this thing. Okay, it's got a license plate. I wonder what'll happen if I put different plates on it. So if it has like different front plates and rear plates. Finish order! Yay! We made some monies! Ooh, and I'm level 31. Was I already 31? I guess I was. Oh, no, wait. No, I have 1 point I can spend. Oh, I got it to level 35 of that. All right, let's just save it up. All right, this has been fun. So we got our car all rebuilt. Got a fancy new Mustang Fastback. I'm thinking next time I might actually try and do a mod. And there's a 32, like a 32 Ford that looks pretty cool, that I'd kind of like to rip apart and play around with. Now, the thing is, I think after you add it to the game, you've got to go try and find it. So I might have to make some trips to the junkyard in between videos and try and see if we can snag one of those so we can bring it in and fix it up. In between videos, I will probably fix up this Mustang Fastback and just sell it so I can add some coin, because I'm down to $63,000. I was up over $400,000 before I started doing rebuilds. So I might have to play around a little bit to do that. But I think in the end, we'll get a little bit of cash, we'll get back up there, and we'll find some more stuff. We have a number of new cars to deal with in the garage. I can play around with a couple of those Mazdas and see what the rotary motors are like, which would be pretty cool. But thanks everyone for coming and checking out the stream. I do hope you enjoy these. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, then consider clicking on the subscribe button. If you do, I recommend hitting the little bell that's next to subscribe also, so you get notifications for videos and streams. Otherwise, you don't always get notified. If you're interested, there's the sponsor button, and you can either find that here on the stream or off stream. You can find it on YouTube Gaming if you're interested in sponsoring the channel. But thanks to everyone for checking out the videos and coming to hang out and chat a little bit. This has been a nice chill way to spend a Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, I guess. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.